Welcome back, everybody. I am Nors, your player, DM, GM. Thank you for tuning in to episode 10 of The Shadowed Path, my One Ring Strider mode playthrough with my dwarf messenger, Adir, son of Onar. Yes, it says Dragonborn and all this other stuff because I'm playing in a virtual tabletop that is for D&D. It's called Shard. It's the only it doesn't run any other systems other than D&D. I just use it for maps because I do all my rolls here, as you can see. Nice, that looks pretty good. So you can see them and they're real dice. I know there's a shadow on it, which is maybe, what's the word? Appropriate? Yeah. So, welcome back. Thank you for joining me and tuning in. Now, someone named my horse. So, someone named my Adir's horse, and it was Brio2289 on YouTube. Commented on my very first episode that I've ever made. The horse's name is Glinkle, and that's the first person to suggest a name for the horse, so the horse is now named Glinkle. We left off in this story when Adir killed two people, actually. He murdered... maybe is it murder when it's self-defense? I don't know. I'm not sure. To a dwarf? Would a dwarf feel that way? I don't know. I'm not a dwarf. I did rule, so he was trying to escape from Tharbad. He had snuck across the river, which was forbidden to do, and he was trying to leave early in the morning when he was set upon by some brigands, some thieves, and he killed, I think, two of them before he fled, or before the others fled. Now, killing people, human beings, in the One Ring comes with a cost that it could be a misdeed. And misdeeds in the One Ring create issues and can lead to shadow points or shadow scars and different things. Since it was an unprovoked attack on Adir, he was attacked and did not just kill someone for the sake of killing them. He was trying to defend himself. I am going to say I ruled that it wasn't a misdeed because he was just trying to escape and get away and fight back against his attackers. It's a gray area. So I think maybe once he has time to reflect, maybe he'll feel differently. Oops. I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. But I think that is the way I wanted to play it. So, he did escape from Tharbad, which was not a foregone conclusion, because he had been given a task to do by the leader of Tharbad, Captain Gurnow, and he was forbidden to cross the river by Captain Gurnow, and he figured out a way to cross the river. He got across and he ran away because his mission right now is to seek help from a very great wise wizard, Saruman the White, a totally good guy that we totally trust. So, if you haven't seen my other episodes, you might be a little lost. That's okay. I do encourage you to go back and watch from the beginning because I get better at the game as we go. There's no doubt about that. I've gotten better at these streams as I go along, but I haven't played in a long time, so this session might be a little rocky, but I do know the first thing I need to start off with is a journey roll, because I'm back on the hex map, which feels good. I like the journeys. It leads to a lot of interesting situations. So, in that vein, the first thing to do in Strider mode is roll. Well, let's see here. I am in a dark land. No, I'm not. I'm in a normal, like, borderland. So the borderland means I roll once. Make a favored feat die roll. Oh no, I'm in a wild land, so it's a normal die roll. So I need to make a die roll here and see what I get. But I think I'm forgetting something. Right, I did forget I needed to set the journey path and then make the marching roll and all that. So the first thing to do is to set my path. Obviously, I'm going from here to here. I'm going to Isengard. I'm going to say that I can get there, maybe add 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say I'll go through the Gap of Rohan to get there. I'm not going to get too caught up on Rohan. And we'll go through there. But the first thing I have to do is set my route. So I've done that. Here we go. I'll just draw it real quick. Actually, I'm going to move that there, and my route. What? There we go. Goes like this. And to Isengard. All right. Okay. I am on a well-traveled path, so I do get 1d to my travel roll, which is pretty nice, especially since my travel roll is very good. And this just dictates I get 1 extra d, and then I am favored on this, and this dictates where my event will happen. Now, let me think. I don't remember what time of year it was. I think it was the... I don't recall. Perhaps the autumn. We're just going to say that. If that doesn't link up, please let me know, and I'll maybe retcon it. But my event will happen 2 to 3 hexes away. So let's see. Well, I definitely succeeded. I got a Gandalf rune, and I got a bunch of 5s, but I didn't get any 6s. So that is interesting. There we go. So that means I move 3 hexes. 1, 2. No, I move 2 hexes only. Wow, because it's autumn. So just that. And then I go to the Strider mode. Strider mode. And now I decide I roll on here to see what type of event I get. And it's a straight roll. That is a 7, a mishap. So now I need to go to mishaps. Here we go. And I roll a d6 here to see what it is. A 2. Lost direction. Explore to find your way. Alright. I lost my direction, but I'm on the road. That seems sort of strange. Let's see here. Lost direction. Explore to find your way. If the roll fails, add 1 day to the length of your journey and gain 1 additional fatigue. Okay. So let's see here. I did get 2 fatigue points. It's not so good. Journey from Tharbad. Fatigue 2 at least. Alright. So I need to make an explore roll. Oh, yeah. Okay. So my explore is pretty good. It's okay. No, it's not that good, actually. I need to get a 14. So let's see, and then once I know if it fails or succeeds, then I'm gonna like figure out what the narrative is about it. Let's see here. 7. Oh, definitely succeeded. That's awesome. And I got a special success. So 7 plus 5 plus 6. Okay, so I did succeed. And I get a special success. So I will, let's see here, take something forward. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to wait to spend that special success and just like try to get an idea of what the narrative is about why I lost my way, because I think there is a narrative point there. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go to the lore table. We're going to roll 1 12-sided die and 3 d6s, and we're going to see what action aspect focus we get. And let's, well, actually I'm going to roll 3 d6s or 3 d12s, 3 d6s, and go from there. And we'll just line them up as I see fit. So we've got a 3 and a 4, we've got a 2 and a 4, a 10 and a 5. So I'll go like that, and I'll go boop, boop, boop. Oh, actually, I like it this way. Boop, boop, boop. So 10, 5 for action. 10, 5, uphold. I'm going to write these down. I'm going to pause my recording, write these down, and then I'll show you what I have. Okay. So I rolled uphold foreboding depths, which is difficult to interpret in terms of losing your way. But I was thinking back to the fact that Adir killed these 2 people in our last episode, and he is on the road, and then I was reading, I was like, well, I'm near Swanfleet, maybe there's something interesting in Swanfleet. So I cracked open this book. This is Ruins of the Lost Realm, which has a little section on Swanfleet, and I read this little sidebar, which I thought I'd share with you because it's a really good idea. It says the ghost bird of Swanfleet. The ghost bird is a legend of the marsh. The tale, as told in the taverns of Tharbad, speak of a nightmarish figure much taller than a man, with spindly limbs and a bird's skull for a face. The ghost bird lurks in the Swanfleet, and if anyone trespasses too far into the haunted marsh, it appears to murder them with its deadly spear. The ghost does not only defend Swanfleet, but also dispatches justice within it and settles disputes as a neutral arbiter between families. And then I was like, that's cool, that sounds really interesting, but I'm not in Swanfleet, so I don't know if that would apply. But there are great swans. Swans of a gigantic size, taller than men, dwell in the innermost reaches of the marsh. These birds flew out of the ruin of the west and are said to have magical power over dreams. When they take flight, their shadows cause nightmares in those they pass over. And I was thinking, aha, this is it. On the second night of Adir's journey outside of Tharbad, he sets camp in off to the side of the road, maybe in, I think these are the Edenwaith is sort of like grasslands, if I am not mistaken. And he, as he's falling asleep, a dark shadow blots out the sky, blots out like the moonlight above. And he's got his campfire, but this thing sort of flies over the moon and blots it out, and for a moment everything goes dark, even the fire, and he sort of falls into this unnatural sleep. And when he has a terrible dream of being attacked, of the blood, of the look in the people's eyes that he killed, he wakes up the next morning and he is like away from his campsite somewhere, and he has to try to figure out how to get back. And that is what happened. And he's able to get back. We know that because I rolled a success, and I had an extra success, which means I can make haste, which will decrease my journey by a day. So that's what happened. I like that. That was cool. All right. I get another journey roll, which means a lot. Get lots of dice, and here we go. Let's see here. Ooh. Now I am rolling against my travel. So let's see. I got a 6. Oh, I already succeeded by quite a lot. But again, no. Again, I got no special successes. So it's just 2 hexes again. Unless I get, so 1, I'll say 2, and then I need to do my journey events. Let's see here. Alright, and straight roll. That's a 2. Ill choices. Great. So I get 2 more fatigue, so we'll bring this up to 4 for now. And if the roll fails, gain 1 shadow point dread. Great. Ill choice. Here we go. And let's see here. A 5. Disorienting environs. Explore to find your way. Interesting. Again, let's take a moment to try to understand what this is again. So I'm going to have to roll, what are the, what was it? Confusing environs? Disorient environs. Adir must navigate. I really like to try to turn this into a more narrative story. So we're going to do the dice roll again, and I will show you when I get back. Alright, so I rolled Defy Menacing Ruins on what these environs, disorienting environs are. It seems pretty obvious what's going on. So I make it. I think I already moved him. Make it 2 more times, and I think maybe as he's hunting or trying to find some food, Adir wanders across. I hate to say it, some ruins, which sounds obvious. It says defy, and which is that makes so much sense because there is this it's a dread thing, and he goes into these ruins sort of curious about what he'll find, and I'm gonna roll my explore roll to see if I am able to find my way out, because I think this is going to dictate what the narrative is a little better. So my explore is, okay, here we go. Oh, I did not succeed at all. That was pretty poor. Not even close. I needed 14. I got 8. Which means if I go back to here, I think it was discerning environs. If the roll fails, gain 1 shadow point. That's a shame. Now, okay, I failed. So that means I think I need to ask this a question. My cat is trying to sit in my lap. There we go. The question for the telling table is, does Adir encounter encounter an enemy of or a member, or encounter agents of the enemy, capital E for sure. I think it's pretty likely, so let's go to the actually, maybe I'll just roll on this the ill fortune table. Makes more sense. Here we go. Let's do that. Ready? Here we go. Ill fortune. 8. An old injury or stress resurfaces. Interesting. Alright, gotta think on this. So I changed something because I had an old stress or injury resurfaces, but then when I rolled to figure out what that was, I rolled Discover Growing Prophecy. And so I changed my question to, what does Adir find in the ruins? Because he clearly goes into these ruins out of interest, and when in these ruins, he comes to, maybe it's nothing more than a interesting throne of stone overgrown with vines in one of the in the hall, or in this ruined sort of hallway, or grand fort. I don't know what the words are for it. And he gets the sense that he's in these ruins, right? And he goes down into the, he's interested in what is in the depths, and he's looking, maybe thinks there could be treasure here, even though they're not too far from the road. There could be something here, and he finds something that sort of shows. I know what he finds. He finds some carvings on the walls, almost like maybe images, not paintings, because those would be destroyed, but like a series of sculptures carved into the wall in one of the cellars of the ruins, that shows a battle, one of the battles that it would make sense if it was the Witch King of Angmar. And at the end of this series, it's just it's this, because this is old, I think maybe Old Calderon. It's this sort of tale of the war against the Witch King and the it's not the reoccurring theme is rings. It's got to be, right? Like there's something there that he sees that's about the interest of rings, the way that they played a role in that war, perhaps, but also he sees an image of a fair and tall noble elf with a ring around her finger as well, like an emissary of some sort. And he doesn't know this, but it is probably Galadriel. Would make sense because she has one of the elven rings. And that's all. But it does show that this land, the west specifically, of Arnor. Oh, here's Cardalan. Eregion, all these places were once prosperous and have fallen, and it really details the fact that the West is sort of wild, has been destroyed, and there's very few places that are safe, and it seems like the statues and the stories they tell, the elf with the ring seems to be an important figure there. But it is a sad tale because the Witch King won. I mean, he was defeated, so he left, but he won because now all these kingdoms that were once created by Elendil and Isildur are gone. Oh, and he sees a statue. It's worn, but it's of Isildur. And he gets this very foreboding feeling. Like, he seems to look at Isildur, and it almost seems like Isildur has a cruel look upon his face. But he doesn't know this is Isildur. He thinks he doesn't know who it is. And that's it. But that's how he gets this point of shadow, that's not great. Shadow 2, okay. Great. Alright. Journey roll once again. I hope I can get a little further. I feel like I'm on the road and I'm favored for my travel rolls. My character is a messenger, so it makes sense that he's very good at this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, this is much better. I got a lot of ones, but I got a success and double success, so the ones don't really matter as long as I succeed, which I did, right? I think I need to beat 13, which I clearly did very easily, and I got 2 special successes, which means I get to go 2 extra hexes, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes before I face yet another situation. So let's see here. Journey roll. Risk. Oh. A failed risk level. Failed roll results in. Oh, that's quite nice. I'll have to read more about risk levels in the future. Okay, so I guess that wasn't a really confusing environment, but it did seem appropriate. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It's a cool story that he found these ruins. Here's my next journey event. That is a 9. Shortcut, Heck yeah. Alright, well I take 1 fatigue no matter what. So let's go up here and go up to 5 now. I am playing the rules as written, where I'm not attributing my fatigue to my character sheet until I get to the end of my journey. The reason for that is because the game can be extremely hard if you attribute fatigue to your character as you accumulate it. A lot of players play that way. A lot of GMs play that way. I think it just makes the game exponentially harder and less fun. So I'm playing it rules as written. If you're going, oh, interesting, why don't you apply it now? It's just because it makes the game so much harder and less fun. Okay, so I did the okay, so a shortcut. I do need to go to shortcuts. Let's see here. So down this way, ill choice, chance meeting, shortcut. Here we go. And let's roll a dice to see what we get here. That is a 6. Familiar waypoint. Awareness to recognize the landmark. If the roll succeeds, reduce the length of the journey by 1 day. Okay. Awareness. I don't think I have very good awareness though. Oh, it's not bad. Could be worse. That's for sure. Here we go. Do I want to use a hope point? I do not. Things are not dire enough to use a hope point. I just need, this is my lowest TN, so here we go. I need 12, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, I made it. I did succeed, so that's cool. Let's see here. Shortcut, familiar waypoint, awareness. Okay, did that. If the roll succeeds, reduce the length of the journey by 1. That basically means I get an extra hex on this. That's pretty nice. And let's go. What is the waypoint? Point Adir recognizes. Okay, we're gonna go like that. I'm gonna roll just focus, aspect and focus, because I don't think doing a lore roll for action would make sense here. So just to see like what type of thing it is. Oh, how interesting. 1 and 1. Okay, and so the first one is 4-1. So 4-1, far-reaching, and courage. Far-reaching courage. That is interesting and not particularly helpful, I'd say. Far-reaching and courage. In terms of the thing I recognize, or Adir recognizes. Let's see, where are we? In Dunland. I don't really know anything about Dunland. Nor do I know of any landmarks specifically. Maybe it's as simple as seeing Orthonk. It's so tall, like sort of stretching over the mountains. No, that doesn't make sense at all. What kind of thing does he see? I'm gonna think on this. Man, I thought, and then I got stuck and sort of zoned out for a bit, and I just realized it's obvious. He could just see a mountain. He sees a mountain that he recognizes. He's a dwarf after all. He knows these things, and he knows that he is not so far away, and that's it. And that's why he gets that extra way. He knows if he can see one of these peaks that he is close to the Gap of Rohan. So that is my next roll. Again, I get a lot of dice on this because I have so many points. I'm on the road. And so here we go. A journey or travel. Here we go. I got one extra die, or one extra success, and definitely succeeded as well. This one doesn't count. So got 12 plus a bunch, but anyways, I get 3 hexes, so 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to try to get to Isengard, and then I'm going to call it a day. But, okay, that is that. And so now the next thing is the journey roll, journey event. And I am still in the borderland, so just a 1 off. A 1. Despair. Cool. Very cool. A 1. Terrible misfortune, despair. Here we go. So let's see what this is. A 1. Great. Servants of the enemy. Noteworthy encounter. Right. Okay. I've been waiting for this, actually. I've been waiting for this for some specific reason. And the reason is that at one point I picked up an amulet from somewhere that was cursed, and it means it was owned. When I rolled up the amulet's curse, it's like owned by something foul. So if I go here and go to, let's see, maybe I can just search for it. Cursed. Here we go. Cursed items. There's like a making cursed items. Cursed weaknesses. Cowardly, fearful, murdering, thieving. Haunted. Oh yeah, here we go. Owned. The item is owned or is created by another creature, much as the ring was owned by Sauron. The item may have found its way into the hands of the player hero, so it might eventually return to its master. The lore master should decide upon a specific enemy to be the owner of the item, possibly choosing a recurring villain in the campaign. When in the presence of its owner, the item becomes useless. A special feature is turned out to be completely ineffective. So this amulet gives +2 to insight. Whoa. So it's owned by someone. And this is okay, so I need to go here and go, what was it? Despair? Yeah, despair. Servants of the enemy. Event or journey. Event. Servants of the enemy. Noteworthy encounter. Okay. I think this is going to be the end because I don't have the time or the wits in my own brain to run a combat at the moment. So, let's see here. Maybe something to do with the cursed item. I haven't really had any reoccurring villains yet. So I think that seems unlikely, actually. But a noteworthy encounter could be something to do with... it could be something to do with Tharbad. Or maybe Tharbad has sent people to apprehend the dwarf. That seems unlikely, though, too. Maybe it's just like some mean orc or something, like a marauding orc from the mountains. It's that close to Isengard, seems unlikely. But no, definitely could be some Dunland people. That would actually make the most sense. So maybe I think that would be the deal. All right. No, of course, Dunlanders, and maybe I'll do like figure out what that is next time. So, thanks for joining me. Next episode, we'll hop right into like this encounter. We didn't make it to Orthanc or to Isengard, unfortunately, to see the wizard, who's a totally good guy and very helpful. Here's our map. But yeah, I really appreciate you joining me for the Shadowed Path. It's been a lot of fun. And let's see here. What do I need to tell you? If you like my videos, please just follow. Obviously, I'm not like monetized or anything. I'm not trying to do that. I just enjoy playing, and this is the best way for me to play. It makes the most sense to me to be able to talk things out and pretend someone's listening. I have a Discord server if you are interested in just chatting and knowing how I set things up. I also have this Discord server also has my attached Foundry VTT with the One Ring, which has tons of assets that I've added personally. I run my own campaign on there that's sort of based on the premise of this campaign. So if you want to hang out and chat, you're welcome to. I do let other people use my campaign, and excuse me, I'm tired. I let other people use my my game world to run their own sessions. So if you're interested in running sessions of your own, you can let me know. I'd be happy to set you up and teach you the ropes. It's just a great game. I love it. So yeah, until next time, I will see you later. And I used Shard Tabletop as my VTT. Let's see here, what else? Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, I think. I just bounced for the Elven book, the new Realms of the Three Rings, which details Rivendell and Lindon and Lothlorien, which is pretty fun. I'm excited to dive into Lothlorien and see what that has in there. Excuse me. Alright, so anyways, until next time, thanks y'all. I will see you later.